Through Pathways to Cures, we're closer than ever to stopping MS in its tracks.
Restoring lost function and ending MS forever.
And we're getting there the way we have for every MS breakthrough.
Together. We're going bigger and bolder than ever before.
No matter your connection to the MS movement, we need you to help close in on the cures for MS, because there won't be a one-size-fits-all approach to a cure.
Among the 2.8 million people living with MS globally, every symptom, every progression, every experience is unique.
We invite you to join us on the Pathways to Cures. Cures will change lives.
Cures will make sure that the next chapter for MS is the last.
Good evening. I'm going to keep saying that. Good evening. Could I a little louder? My name is Dana Mealy, and I'm the president of the Greater New York City Long Island chapter, and I am incredibly honored to welcome you to the National MS Society's New York City Dinner of Champions 2023. This is our third year at the Edison Ballroom, and for many of you, you might remember last year we were upstairs on the rooftop, and then we made our way down to the second floor, and so this year we've grown so much, we're now in the grand ballroom, so this is to all of you, to all of our success together over the last 3 years. I know we all wear many hats, but it seems that at the National MS Society, we only have 2 types of wardrobes. We're either in event gear or we're in cocktail gear. Half the time, we're either in t-shirts and jeans and tutus, baseball hats and jerseys, not to forget a lot of rain gear this year. And the other half of the time, we're in fancy dresses and suits like you all look tonight. And there's no in between. And so Brad Olson and Scott Richter, top Walk MS fundraisers. If you wore a Walk MS t-shirt tonight, we would have been okay with that. Bob Bodian, some people may have looked twice if you wore a Bike MS jersey and spandex tonight. It would have been welcome. You probably cycled here from the Hamptons, and you probably avoided all the UN traffic. And David Rockhamp, our board chair, there is no runway, but we would have looked twice maybe if you wore a tutu tonight, and so we did have one for you. You can put on a little bit later. And so with our event gear, our rain gear, and our cocktail attire, we're all here and we're all together and we're celebrating our Dinner of Champions. Our mission tonight is not just about raising funds. It's about raising hope, raising dreams, and raising spirits of those who depend on us, those living with and affected by multiple sclerosis. Thank you. As champions, we understand that real change happens when individuals and communities come together with a shared purpose and an unwavering dedication. It's about being champions for those who may not have a voice of their own, for those facing adversity, and for those in need. The National MS Society continues to be a strong movement by and for all people affected by MS. It is an amazing time in the history of MS. We're talking about curing multiple sclerosis for everyone from every angle through our pathways of halting progression, restoring what has been lost, and ending this disease forever. We are dedicated every single day to empowering people affected by MS to live their absolute best lives. We are the champions. All of you in this room are the champions of the MS movement in New York City, the largest city in the country. And this gala tonight is so incredibly special for the MS community. So round of applause to all of you in this room. We have built a family here. We've met several times throughout the year at events in the Hamptons, in Midtown, all over our chapter. And people living with MS are at the center of everything we do, and they're at the heart of every decision we make. Please join me in recognizing the resilience of people living with multiple sclerosis, and we'll have a moment in memoriam for all those that we hold close. Our program tonight highlights a few incredible champions in the MS movement. Please join me in congratulating our Spirit honoree and Board of Trustee, also a personal mentor and friend, Brandon Williams of City National Bank. And our Hope honoree, the legend, Dr. Tim Vartanian, Director of Judith Jaffe Multiple Sclerosis Center at New York Presbyterian Hospital, Weill Cornell Medical Center. Tim unfortunately couldn't be here this evening due to illness, but we will celebrate him tonight and we will celebrate him later in the program. After dinner is our exciting live auction and appeal. You are all in for such a special treat and performance of the prayer by our mission speaker, Lauren Canese, and our mission speaker from last year, Sheldon Ray. And if you heard Sheldon perform last year and he brought you to tears, there is no doubt the two of them together this year are just gonna blow it away. Then we will close out the night with some dancing and music by Sheldon's band, the PTP Players. I would like to acknowledge the dedicated members of our Dinner of Champions Committee, chaired by Tom Okino and Dr. Nilay Shah. With their leadership, this group has driven the event to new levels. And in case you haven't heard, Nilay, how much are we trying to raise tonight?
$1 million!
Woo! And if anyone didn't hear, our goal tonight is $1 million, says Dr. Nilay Shah. I'd like to thank Tom and Nilay and the entire committee, whose names are all listed here. Please stand or wave if you're on the committee, and maybe raise your paddles in the air too so we can see them. And do I have staff and volunteers? And do I have some staff and volunteers writing those numbers down? I think if you just raised your paddle and you were on the committee, we wrote your numbers down, by the way. Gotcha. Last year I asked everyone to stand and the whole room stood, if anyone remembers, when it was just for the committee, so we're here. I'd also like to make an enormous thank you to the society staff and all of the amazing volunteers who are here tonight, led by the dream team of leadership events, Laura Parati and Carolyn Clayton. Where is Laura? Laura, wave for us. She's here in the orange dress, can't miss her. I also would like to thank our society leadership that's here from all over the country: Lisa Goldfarb, Jen Lee, Amanda Peterson, Bridget Moore, and Sarah Hadosian. I would now like to acknowledge our Board of Trustees that are here, that are also on the committee and help make this evening possible, chaired by David Rockcamp from Grassi and Vice Chair Stephen Nettler from ING. I am forever grateful for their partnership and leadership in this chapter to make the meaningful local impact that we are making in our communities. Please give a big round of applause to our Board of Trustees that are here. You can all raise your paddles later. I also want to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to the Dinner of Champions corporate sponsors who have helped make tonight's event possible. We are grateful and we value these important partnerships. Our presenting sponsor for the second year, Mints. That's sitting over here. Our dinner and program sponsor, City National Bank. Our auction and Ignite the Moment appeal sponsor, LNS Packing. Our centerpiece and our thank you reception sponsor, Bristol Myers Squibb. Our cocktail reception sponsor, EMD Serono. Our dessert sponsor, new this year, Thrivewell Infusion, welcome. Our mission moment sponsors, ANI Pharmaceuticals and Horizon Therapeutics, both new sponsors as well. Our event sponsors, Biogen, Genentech, Medscape, and TG Therapeutics. I also must thank our super talented volunteer photographers, Rob, JT, and Levi, whose incredible photos we all saw on the big screen during cocktail hour. I would also like to recognize a few special champions in the room that we've honored at our leadership events over the last few years. We cannot thank you enough for being here tonight. Bob Bodian from Mints. Dr. Renee Elkin from Bronx Care. Sheldon Ray, our performer. David Tannenbaum, owner of New York 10. Dr. Richard Blank from Neurology Associates of Long Island. Karen Solomon from Gensler. Dr. Pat Coyle from Stony Brook. Dr. Lauren Gluck from Montefiore. Dr. Fred Lublin and Dr. Aaron Miller from Mount Sinai. Dr. Neelay Shah from everywhere. From everywhere. And Ann Dunn from Advantage Care Physicians. As we embark on this inspiring evening, let us remember being champions is all about the actions we take, the lives we touch, and the communities we uplift. Tonight, let us join together as champions for a brighter future free of MS. And let our collective efforts be a beacon of hope for the MS movement. It is now my pleasure to introduce our board chair and national director, David Rockcamp. We are very thankful for David's leadership on the local and national level. David's spirit and enthusiasm is unparalleled, and as you can see in all of the photos from our runway event this past year, David is a star in the life of every event he attends. He's never met a microphone he doesn't like, and he's truly one of a kind. And it is a family affair with his wife, Ann Dunn, who both go over and beyond for the society, and they've served on our boards, on our committees, and they give very generously. Please welcome and join me in a round of applause for David Rockcamp and Ann Dunn. Are you really going to put it on? Oh. Thank you.
Take this out of here. Oh my God, can you make the font any bigger? They didn't make the font big enough. Honey, I need my reading glasses. I can't help it. She said, make the font big enough so you don't have to use your reading glasses because you look over your glasses all the time. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Do we love the vibe? Is it great? Sheldon, I can't wait to hear you later. Woo-hoo! All right, what a wonderful night. Dana, wherever you went, thank you. Oh, you're over here. Wow, she's over here. Thank you, Dana, for a wonderful introduction. It's truly an honor and very exciting to be here with all of you this evening. I'd like to thank my fellow trustees, and there are many of you here tonight, for supporting the event, and the staff of the society who worked tirelessly on all these events. It's my honor to serve as the local chapter board chair and partner with volunteer leaders to make an impact on our local communities. I'm also honored, truly honored, to serve on the national board of directors of the society and collaborate with people nationally and globally, everyone who has one focus: to end MS. As I have done for 16 years, I have dedicated my volunteer work to the society to my mother, Elaine, who lived with MS most of her adult life. While my siblings and I lost our mom 16 years ago, just this past weekend, and it was a tough weekend, as my wife can tell you, I am reminded constantly by the impact she had and continues to have on my life, and know that she is always looking down on my family, showing us what it means to be selfless, caring, and full of love. Thank you, Mom, for continuing to help pave the way. I love you. The Greater New York City Long Island chapter is dedicated to fueling MS breakthroughs and to ensuring that every person affected by MS has access to the resources, support, and community they need. We've achieved more advances in MS that have been achieved for any other neurological condition, and the society has paved the way for effective MS treatments available today, including the first therapies for primary progressive and pediatric MS. Our progress is experiencing because of all of your support. This past year, we have experienced incredible momentum, gathering in person at our various events, primarily in the rain, all throughout the chapter for the last 6 months. From Climb last week at Citi Field, to our 7 walk events, to our leadership events, to our bike coming up on October 23rd. Despite all of the rain, all of the thunderstorms, all the downpours, and the ponchos, we have raised a collective over $10 million in revenue this year. I can't believe it. I am so thrilled. Thank you all. And before I take a moment to introduce our Spirit honoree, I would be remiss if I didn't recognize my wife, Ann Dunn. Sitting at table 15 with me, for the 9 years we've been married and the 11 or 12 years we've been together, she has supported every moment of my activities with the MS Society. And her time goes back decades before me. And we first met at a Long Island MS board meeting where we both were co-board members. So I love you, honey. Thank you for everything you allowed me to do. I know you thanked her for me too. Thank you. Dana thanked her for me too. She always does. Thank you, Dana. All right, here we go. It's the time to party a little bit. It's now my pleasure to tee up and introduce the Spirit awardee this evening to my fellow board colleague, Brandon Williams. Brandon is the head of the East Coast Private Bank at City National Bank. He started his career nearly 30 years ago, starting at Dime for 8 years, then through a bunch of mergers with TD Bank for 14 years, and he has eventually rose to his title today at City National Bank. Brandon is a superstar and a leader in the banking field, and he has started fundraising with the society nearly 30 years ago with the elite Manhattan Society Young Professionals Group. Brandon has served our chapter board for almost 10 years, 2 of which he was the chair, and helped to hire our esteemed chapter president, Dana Miele. Great job, Brandon. Brandon's tireless leadership as board chair during the first 2 years of the COVID pandemic allowed the chapter to navigate those challenging times and be ready for success as we moved forward. Brandon always brings a fresh and unique strategic approach and perspective to the board and the society, and is very intentional and thoughtful with his ideas. Like E.F. Hutton, when Brandon speaks, people listen. Brandon is an active member of the YPO here in New York City and very passionate about mentoring the younger generation. He has supported a variety of charities over his career, but his primary focus always and has been the National MS Society. Brandon is a true champion, He has participated in countless events, raising hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years, and has opened his network to help society find a cure. Brandon is fueled to make these incredible contributions over the years because of the love he shares for his family, including his wife Angessa and his son Wyatt, and of course, his mom, of which I can relate. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome me in acknowledging my friend and board member, Brandon Williams, for the 23 Spirit Award.
Whoa.
We'll do pictures afterwards.
I brought a drink.
Where's the camera? Over here?
I gotta.
We'll do a picture after.
We'll do it after? Okay.
Yeah, afterwards, after you speak.
So, what an amazing honor. Thank you, guys. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for that introduction. That was just, the picture's very emotional. And I provided the pictures, so why am I emotional in my pictures? But they were emotional. Thank you for this opportunity, this honor. It truly is humbling, especially as you think about the legend Bob Bodian. I'm up here after him, like what the heck's going on here? I mean, that's amazing. Bob was our Spirit honoree last year. But I'll take it. I'll take anything I can get. Seriously though, like, I look at this recognition as a representation of not just what I've done or any of the efforts I have put forth. It's really the collective efforts in the spirit of remarkable people in this room. So many friends, and either in business or personally, the board, which I'll talk about, and my family. I promised Dana that I'd only spend about 25 minutes on my presentation, so let me get to my story, because I just want to share a couple things with you. Don't get nervous. So my mother was diagnosed with MS. I learned today, by the way, because I asked her, when did you actually get diagnosed? I thought it was 2000, Michael, and it was 1996, so she lied to me. 27 years ago, and so back then, as we know, little known, there was less information about MS. There were limited resources, there was limited medications, limited treatments, at least from our point of view. And so when I learned about my mom's diagnosis, I remember looking at her and I saw my mom. And it was invisible to me. And she said she was gonna be okay. So I was in my 20s and I went back to doing what I did in New York City, playing, working, and enjoying life. At some point though, I noticed changes, and that point, it made me want to learn more, understand what is going on. I honestly didn't know who to turn to. And so the National MS Society comes into my picture. And as I mentioned, I was in my 20s in the city, having a good time. And the Manhattan Society used to throw this amazing party at the Intrepid. Has anybody been to that party? I see some, okay, 1,000 people, what a party. So what better way to go out and meet people that have a common interest and learn about MS and get connected. So besides the party, and my friends would tell you that I do enjoy to party, especially back then, I was able now to engage with individuals who had a similar situation, and the MS and the MS Society provided resources, information, and helped me understand what was happening. This sort of drove me to interest to get more involved. So in about 2001 or 2, and I have a colleague I haven't seen in 20 years here tonight, who actually is here, and my other colleague I know from Dime, by the way, which is crazy. Anyway, back in 2002 and 2003, we formed a corporate team. We did the MS Walk in the Seaport. It was the first time we did a corporate thing. I presented all these things. But the best part was my mother was there. We rented her a scooter. She could walk, but we wanted to do the full walk, so we rented her a scooter. And it was the first time that my mother and my family joined. And it was the first time we actually engaged in an MS event. And it was amazing. I think it was the first time she was in the Seaport as well. So leveraging the MS Society truly has helped my family become more knowledgeable about MS, more comfortable with our new reality, and most importantly, helped us communicate better. I learned today, as I spoke to my mom, said, I'm doing this, and I said, what have you been up to? She goes, for the past 15 years, my mother has been volunteering at MS World. And what this is she's helping newly diagnosed individuals and families And today she told me that the work that she's doing has expanded her network and her friends. She doesn't feel alone. She's able to share her experiences, provide advice to help take away the fear of this diagnosis. It's pretty amazing. So what I wanted to do, and why I brought up my little champagne over here, is my first toast. I want you to join me in recognizing the MS Society because of their tireless efforts and work and support. They've helped families like mine. And on behalf of my family, we're forever grateful for the work and dedication and resources. So let's give it up for the MS Society. And by the way, one of Dana's priorities and the board's priorities is to relaunch this Manhattan Society. And it's called the Emerging Leaders Alliance. A little plug here. So if you know anybody that's 20 to 50 who wants to get engaged, there's a party November 1st. Check it out. We'll get you the details. I'd like to talk about the board. I've been on the board for about 7 years. And I want everybody's attention because it's about the board. It's not about me. It's about the board. I joined partially engaged, if I'm going to be really honest. I think I had to be like kind of convinced. I was donating and somebody said, come to this event, and I felt kind of guilted into it. I wasn't sure if this was for me, but I decided to invest more time, and I'm so grateful I did. The board has evolved in ways that would require hours to describe, but in short, the board is made up of incredibly talented, passionate, and dedicated leaders from diverse communities and various industries. This board inspires me, gives me confidence in our mission, and I am truly blessed to work alongside this board. It's an absolute privilege. And as you noticed, our board chair is a little shy. So, David, that is, Rodkamp. So I do want to say, he's obviously not. He's an outstanding board chair. He's motivated, focused, committed. We're so lucky to have him. And I really want the board to either raise a paddle or stand or be recognized because you are driving. What we see in this room today is mainly driven off of the board. So please, board members, please either raise your paddle or stand up and be recognized. And thank you. And the dinner committee. The dinner committee also up, please. Amazing. All right, so now I get into friends, family, and most importantly, my mother, which probably, I don't know, we'll see how I do. So first I want to thank, from the bottom of my heart, all who have supported this gala. It's really evolved. I said to David earlier and Dana, this has really changed in the last 2 years. The energy in this room, the passion that you see across this group. And I also want to thank all the people who have supported me over the years. Your generosity, but more importantly, your presence today means the world to me. So I'm going to have a little fun, a little bit, not much. So I have a couple people I want to just call on. Lou Scaramelli, the fourth. He's not the third, he's not the fifth, he's not the sixth. He's the fourth, he's right there, everybody. So LNS Packaging is really Pisana's, which I'll talk about in a second. But anyway, he's one of my closest friends. And the Scaramelli family that's here today, Jackie, his sister, Joe, his brother-in-law, and his beautiful wife, Nicole, have supported the MS Society and these efforts for as long as I've been on the board. To have somebody that fully understands the challenges of taking care of a mother with MS is invaluable. Louie, Jackie, Nicole, and Joe also live with MS in their lives, similar to my family. Our mothers have MS, and I want to thank you for all you do, and Lou always being there for me. And I'm going to give a little commercial for my friend Lou, because I have the microphone and I can. Paisana Foods. If you ever been to the supermarket, there's the Paisana sauces, the olives, there's Mikey's sauces, Gold's cocktail sauce, he owns that. So if you buy that stuff, you're supporting this wonderful family. How you doing? All right, so now I have my other friends who probably you might have seen before, but my dear friends, Ron and Liz. Your generosity and support has been overwhelming. Ron and Liz have supported this gala for years, as long as I've been doing this. They've done runway events, they've done other events, they've gone on their own and participated in cocktail parties. I've even showed up to an event and they had a table and they didn't even tell me and invite me, which is kind of messed up. But I really want to thank you for your unwavering support. You guys mean so much to me and the family, so thank you. And now my brother Michael, who's here, and my sister-in-law Anna, and my brother Carson and Eileen Williams. Eileen is actually, I think, a 25-year employee, 20-year employee of MS Society, by the way. She's dedicated her career to MS. And my beautiful wife right here. You saw her in the pictures, but come on. Hello. I just want to say that you are my rock. Caregivers, caretakers need a lot of support, and a community as well. I could not ask for the most amazing family that I have. Michael and Anna are at what I would say the front line of it all every day, and I really appreciate what you guys do. Let's give it up to my brother and sister-in-law, please, and my beautiful wife. All right, and here's my last point here. I'm done. I didn't do 30 minutes. For my mother, who I think might see this, at least this video is going, so I will make sure. I want to thank you for inspiring me, for being so strong and living life to its fullest, as you saw in those pictures. The way you choose, and I want to put an underline in bold, choose to live. Because she chooses to live, despite all of her challenges, a positive life, and she has a positive outlook on life. Laughing and loving and maybe drinking a little too much Prosecco. But it makes all the difference to me and the family and everyone you come in touch with. You are our world. So with that, I want to thank you all for the honor tonight. I think Nilay is going to introduce our other honoree, which I got to be honest, Dr. Tim is, I wish he was here. I met him at the most recent event, and I just was at a moment of awe with him. He's just an amazing person that you'll learn about in a few minutes. And lastly, I want to say, Dana, we are so lucky to have you as the president of the chapter. And Laura, and the entire MS team, thank you for putting such a great event together. And my last toast is to what I see in the future. Let's end MS. All right, we got to do, this is yours.
Okay, we got one more to go. Dr. Nilay Shaw is a neurologist. Just a couple of minutes, folks. Where's the, oh, look at him over here, over the railing. Woo! Come here, you come next to me. Nilay is a neurologist specializing in the treatment of patients with epilepsy and multiple sclerosis. He is an expertise and has expertise in medical technology and serves as a consultant for companies integrating technology in healthcare. Wow, that's pretty good. Wow, that's good.
Thank you.
Dr. Shah has served the National NMSS Greater New York City Long Island Chapter Board for how many years now?
Way too many.
Way too many years, and is co-chair, as we saw earlier, on the Dinner of Champions Committee tonight. Nilay, welcome and thank you for all you do.
Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go have a drink. All right, you've earned your drink. So, thank you very much. I really appreciate your attention. I first have to shout out to my co-chair, Tom. Two boys from Buffalo. Go Bills. Go Bills. So, listen, I think, you think about it and you think decisions made by a committee are never good. But this committee has rocked it. And I want to thank everybody here, every committee member, Laura, Dana, and everyone that's here. I'm not going to make you stand, I just want to say thank you very much, and to every individual in this room, thank you very much. Last year, we had an amazing dinner, and then somehow Tom and I got roped into this, and we were voluntold. And you know, the idea was, let's do it for New York City, let's do it for our friends and our family and our loved ones. So I'm gonna just say it again, tonight, let's make $1 million for MS. Please. So with that, it is my truly distinct honor, and I never dreamed this because I'm a little flabbergasted, and I actually had to write down a speech for a change as opposed to saying it, because I do like to speak normally. But it's my distinct honor to briefly tell you about our Hope honoree this evening, Dr. Timothy Vartanian. And actually, if you think about it, he's Dr. Timothy Vartanian, because he's really, truly a doctor's doctor, an MD and a PhD, who studied at several of the world's greatest educational institutions. So Dr. Vartanian is appropriately named the Hope honoree for 2023 because he and his research teams are leading the charge and the hope at figuring out how MS does its damage and then helping people recover from this disease. He's one of the leading authorities on neural regeneration and remyelination. Yeah, it's crazy. That means that they're making discoveries to fix the damage of the nerves and help cure MS. This guy is helping to cure MS, and we are so lucky to have him in our community. So you may wonder what drives such an individual. And we hear stories that, you know, from movies are made out of sometimes. And in this case, Dr. Vartanian's story is interesting as well, as how he came to being one of the leading MS physicians in the world. So, think now in black and white, if you would. Tim was the youngest of 4 sons. His father ran a concession trailer at festivals around Michigan, while his mother, also a second-generation Armenian, stayed home to raise the clan. Sadly, actually, when Tim was around 13 years old, his eldest brother died in a motorcycle accident, and this devastated the family and crushed his mother. 2 years later, the next eldest son, Steve, was diagnosed with MS. This was at a time when neurologists could only offer little more than just a diagnosis. That's it. So, after the death of his brother, Tim had been a bit adrift and really not focused. However, with the news of Steve now being ill, he decided to buckle down, and he declared at that time to cure his brother Steve. He made that decision at a very young age. And then he started by going to libraries and reading about MS and learning about neurology and doing everything he could to be educated in this field. He then lived at home to help look after his mother during his college education, but he kept diligently at it and ended up with spectacular academic achievements. In a family that had not gone to college yet, he went on to get his MD and his PhD at the University of Chicago, followed by traveling up to Boston, going to Mass General and Harvard for his residency, fellowship, and more. He then went on to, for the last 14 years, head up and run the MS Center here in New York City at Cornell Weill Medical Center, the Judith Jaffe MS Center. Although his brother's diagnosis was too early for some of the revolutionary treatments that we have today, Dr. Vartanian has kept to his original mission with a passion and drive that few of us can maintain over such a very long and storied career. It really is amazing what he has and will continue to accomplish, and it's my pleasure right now to call to the stage his friend and colleague, Dr. Susan Gauthier to accept this award on behalf of Dr. Tim Vartanian. Yeah. And then, just so you know, after all of this, the music and the food and the dancing and the donations are going to go crazy. And I expect every one of you, and for a change, just so you know, I did not put my two tables separate because last time they were bidding against each other, but hopefully we'll fix it this time. Anyways, Dr. Gauthier.
All right. Hello, everyone. So I'm used to sort of disappointing everybody when I show up and they're expecting Tim, okay? He has an immense personality, and I don't nearly match that. But I'm very proud to accept this honor on his behalf. And if anybody knows Tim, this is very much in Tim's style, where he basically told me yesterday, and he sent me his comments today. And I had trouble printing them out, so I have to read them on my phone, so I apologize for this. But I'm sure if you guys know him, you can appreciate that. Okay. Oh no. One second. Okay. Well, okay. I've had like a little bit of a mishap here. I can't say his speech because I seem to have lost it in my email. So if you just give me, this is really bad. It's sort of like a nightmare, you know, and you're like, you wake up and you really hope that it really doesn't. Okay, all right, here. I have this from his wife. All right, here we go. All right, retake. All right, this is from Tim. I wish I could be there with all of you this evening as planned. I'm with you in spirit. I want to first thank Laura Perotti, co-chairs. Yep. Neelay Shaw, Dr. Neelay Shaw, Tom Ochino, and of course, Bob Bodian. Woo! And everyone who worked together to make this a fantastic event. Thank you to the MS Society for believing in me back when I became an independent investigator in '96. I'm deeply grateful for the funding we've needed over the years and still to advance the field at critical junctures. For me, this is the most exciting time to be leading a lab in MS research and treating people with MS at our center. We are truly on the verge of discoveries that will ultimately transform care. I've had the privilege to work with the MS Society over the years on so many levels: clinical advisory committees, fellowship grant committees, and research granting committees. I'll use one of these, research grants, to illustrate their dedication to moving discoveries forward that ultimately help people with MS. You may not realize that when scientists apply for a grant to the NIH, it takes about 18 months between starting the application and learning if it's approved. Most submissions are denied, roughly 85%, and applicants only have one more chance at resubmission within that same timeline. However, at the MS Society, the research grant committees are interested in one thing: funding research that will lead to groundbreaking discoveries that meaningfully help you and or your loved ones, people living with MS. There is a real sense of urgency on these committees. I've been on both sides of the phenomenon that only happens at MS Research Committee meetings when they recognize an application holding great promise but perhaps not fully fleshed out or lacking some data. In these cases, the committee will recommend maybe 1 to 2 years of funding to keep that project moving forward and encourage the applicant to pursue their goals. Like I said, I've been on both sides of this, having championed funding for a promising project and received partial funding to keep a critical idea moving forward. I see this time and time again paying off in the treatment advances that matter to our patients with MS. So when you think of giving tonight, consider that scientists out there with bold, risky, but paradigm-shifting ideas, and know that you're making a vital difference. Also, I ask you to bear in mind that research is expensive, and highly so. Please consider adding a 0 to the left of the decimal point.
Yeah.
I wish to thank my phenomenal colleagues at Weill Cornell, whom I have a great privilege to work with. Dr. Susan Gauthier. He owes me. Dr. Jay Paramal, Dr. Ulrike Konsner, and Dr. Nancy Nealon, who unfortunately retired just a couple of months ago. Our nurse practitioner, Stacy Foster. Our scientific investigators, Drs. Yinghua Ma and Jenny Linden. I also salute the caring nurses and administrators, Therese McKenty, Ebony Allie Williams, Oasia Hollenbeck, and Michelle Brown. These people ground our center. Please greet them at the Cornell table. Finally, and most importantly, a heartfelt thanks to my family, my wife Joanna, children Alexander, Nicholas, and Anthony, who are the wells of inspiration and encouragement. And if you give me one more second, I'm going to get back to some comments that Dr. Rick Rudick actually asked me to say. If I have time for this, if you just give, do I? Okay. Okay. So Dr. Rick Rudick, a close friend and colleague, had asked me to share a few words on Tim's behalf. Partnering with Tim over the years has been a privilege and a joy. He is a dedicated physician scientist to finding a cure. Tim's rigorous research always centers on the needs of MS patients. Despite a heavy research load, he remains a compassionate caregiver. His kindness and dedication draw many professionals to collaborate with him. Congratulations to Tim for tonight's recognition, and to the MS Society for acknowledging his relentless pursuit of the MS cure. And I would just like to take a moment to highlight Tim. Working alongside him is not just an honor, it's an absolute privilege. Tim is more than a colleague, he's a visionary in MS. His groundbreaking work has reshaped our understanding of the disease and opened new possibilities. With Tim, we envision a future where MS is not just understood, but potentially cured. On behalf of the entire clinical and research team at the Cornell MS Center, our gratitude for Tim's research, it runs deep. We're optimistic about the road ahead, especially with a pioneer like Tim leading our way. So congratulations to Tim.
You're Tim.
I'm Tim.
You're Tim for today. Here for the camera. Here, we'll step aside. There you go. You take that. Yeah, you take it. Thanks. Great. Thank you ever so much, Doc. It is unfortunate that we weren't able to have Dr. Vartanian in this evening. Thank you for sharing his words. He is one of the giants that we, the shoulders that we stand on. I think that tonight I would just like to also acknowledge that we have probably about 20 MS specialist physicians in the room tonight, and thank you to all my colleagues. We're gonna break a little bit, have some dinner, some alcohol, and then we're gonna start the games. So enjoy your meal this evening. Thank you so much. We'll be back soon.
about $15? 15, 20. More. If you don't know what this is, that says a lot more about you than it says about me. Oh, you do know what it is. He was playing a little cat and mouse game with me. Oh, CK, what is that scepter of fun you have in your left hand? Pray tell. $1,000 here to the left. How much? We're at 1,000 here. How much? 1 dozen 100, yes. 1,200 it is. 1,300. 14 it is. 15 intra table bidding. How much? 16.
Yeah, I'm on a doctor's salary.
17 it is. 18 it is. 19. $1,900. Table 6. Table 6. $2,500 at table 6. 3,000 at table 14. And this vintage, I sold it at a gala in November for $20,000, so you're getting a steep discount. $3,000 it is. That's you're basically making $17,000 right now. Follow for more financial advice. $32.50. What's wonderful about that, there are 3 prime numbers in that digit. I don't know why that is wonderful. I like prime numbers, what can I say? That's why 2 is so interesting. 36, a perfect square. Do not mind if I do. I'm not dressed like a high school drum major to be up here to bore you. Whatever it takes for the society. We're at 4. We're at 4 right here. Would you care for one more bid? Oh. That's old school right there. That's a house call. I like it. $45. $5,000 it is. Back in my Christie's days, when we sold fake Da Vinci's, we could get there a lot quicker via tequila. Gentleman's bid at $5,000. $5,000. Is that a bid? What's going on over there? What is happening? I think you guys need more tequila. Oh, you're... Gentleman's bid at $5,000. Table 6 recognizes that it is Wednesday. Saint Wednes was the saint of tequila. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Sir, I have a proposition for you. I can sell you a bottle of tequila at $55, and I can sell them a bottle of tequila for $55, which is $11,000 for the society. Would you agree to that? Table 14 and table 6, going once, going twice. You cannot take it back. No back takesies. Sold it is. A round of applause, and we are off. Would you pass that over there to our winning bidder? Yeah. 14 and 6. Well done. I promise I won't bore you. It's dinner and a show. So strange when downtown theater comes to the theater district. So, we have 5 main auction items. Our first one, we will make sure this is well done. The Theater of Fundraising. Can I give a shout out to the Edison Ballroom? This is one of the absolute best venues in the city. Intimate, professional. This is, God, it's good to be back. Our first actual auction item. Can we get the slide up, please? I know we're on it. On it. Oh, there it is. So, something that Resi cannot offer you. It's dinner with top globally recognized neurologists. And Tom. And Tom. And Tom. You know. And so, we got Tom, we got Dr. Shah, we're hooking you up, right? And it comes with incredible wine, Tom's Cellar, which is Zacky's verified. It's you and 5 guests. It's Il Buco. Let's start the bidding. I want to get everybody involved. We're going to start the bidding at $1,000. $1,000 right there. $1,500 will be next. $2,500. Thank you for not wasting time. $25, $3,000, $35, $4,000 right here. $45 right there right now. $5,000, $5,000, $55. Do not be swayed. He's got it at $55. His table mate was yanking down his arm. Is that 6 back there? Was that 6? 65. Would you make it 7? 7 back there. We're at 7. You have it at 7. No, not have it. It's temporarily with you. That's a hard word to say. Are you bidding against yourself? Yeah, 75. I'll take it. 75. Sir, that's known as an Edward Norton bid. 8,000 right there. I can't, 85. 85. Would you make it 9? 9,000. Paddle 559. Paddle 559, 419 has it at 9,500. This dinner is cheaper than the 2 bottles of $200 tequila. $10,000 it is. Paddle 559. Paging paddle 559. Paging. Paging. 11,000. Don't listen to her, listen to me. I am the drum major in the high school band. That gives me the authority here. I'm the captain now. The captain now. The bid is at 11,000 with paddle 559. I had a gavel. Who knows? Paddle 559, it is your bid at $11,000. Going once. Going twice. And selling to paddle 559 for $11,000. Whew. All right, what do we have next? Oh, man. All right. Is Anthony Giglio here? No, he's not? Not only a great guy, but an exceptional palate. Do I know him? I just know I read his Wikipedia page as sort of a gospel. He's the best. He is the best. And for all my, I can't pronounce that word, winophiles, O-E-I-N-O-I-F. We are getting you absolutely sorted out. Hold on. Opening bid for the wine tasting that you didn't know you need, but you do. It's only $1,000. 1,000, thank you. 1,500, thank you. Would you not make it 2? 2,000 there. 5,000, he says. Because you know. Because you know. You know the palette on that. Oh, 6. Yeah, 7. 8. 9. Bless. Where have you been all my life? 10 it is. Miss Gaines, what a pleasure. Enchanté. 10. We're at $10,000 for the tasting on this side. Oh, table 3 wants 11. All through? Still, enchanté. Merci beaucoup. Table 3 has a bid at $11,000. Fair warning. Going once, going twice. A big thank you to Mr. Sommelier Giglio. He is phenomenal. Thank you. Sold for $11,000. All right. I'm going to sell this to myself. I caught the golf bug during COVID. I want this. Opening bid is to me at $1,000. Going, whoa, damn it. Are you sure? Come on, on, think about it. How much? Okay, I'm out. 2,000 it is. I will come caddy for you. We're at $2,500. Well done. Damn it. 3,000 on this side. 3,500, you are back. Do you know how rare it? 4,000. 4,500. 4,500. Enchanté. 5,000. 5,500, thank you. 6,000 now. Gentlemen's bid at 6,000. 6,500. 7,000. 7,500, thank you. 8,000. 8,500. 9,000. Paddle 419 has it at 9,000. At 9, do you know how rare it is to get a full foursome? It's usually 3 and a member. This means you get to choose. You pick your crew. You take me out with you. You take me. You have room for me now. It's an addiction. Absolute sicko. 419, it's your bid at 9,000. Not yours. 95. 95 here first. 10,000 right there. 10,000. 188 has it. You're phenomenal. Oh, wow. At 10,000, do you know the likelihood of getting a hole-in-one on a course that you have access to because you got it at a charity event? It goes up 7,000 folds. You basically have a 1 in 3 chance of getting a hole-in-one. 11,000 right here. Would you make it 12? I'll play then. 188, 12? Table 3 has it. Yes? 12? 12,000 it is. $12,000. 14,000. 15 is next. Paddle 188 has it. It's your bid. You have it at Paddle 188. It is yours at 14,000 right now. Against table 3. What's that? 13, apologies. You're at 13. 14? Okay. 188 has it at 14,000. Going once. Going twice. And selling to 188 for $14,000. Well done. This is insane. Penultimate lot.
How do we get them to buy it?
We don't.
It just you keep going?
Because I don't ask for it now.
Oh,
I asked for
later.
Yeah.
You're doing great. This is high numbers.
We're at 50,000 already. It's our best auction ever by far.
That's auctioneer ever.
New York experience. Is it true that last year's helicopter winners are here? How was it? How was it last year? Okay, last year's winner says it's awesome. 2 years ago winner, 4 years ago, they got engaged. So, if you have someone in your life who has needed to pop the question for a little longer than they should have, think about investing in this. Opening bid is $1,000. 1, 2, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 with 419. Speaking of 10,000, sir, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Always the bridesmaid. You're like the star character in 27 Dresses. How did that not win more Academy Awards? At 10,000 at table 3, and they know this can come. All right, so the 4-carat square cut diamond ring D Flawless doesn't come with it, but it might, if you know what I mean. Everyone loves a D Flawless. Want that V clarity, what it is. At 10,000 at table 3, going once, going twice, 11,000 over here. We will fly you right over the Diamond District. 47th between 5th and 6th. You can rappel down. $12,000, thank you. At 12,000, we will hoist them up. You don't even have to rappel down for the Diamond District. Sir, what do you know about those uncut gems? Dana, I don't know what to say. It's incredible. This is incredible. At 12,000, at 12,000, 13, who knows? At $12,000, our penultimate lot, going once, going twice. Congratulations, table 3. You are a winning bidder at $12,000. I mean, they're giving me so much money. Is Lauren ready? Do you know? Yeah. Hopefully. Okay. Last but not least, I gotta tighten it up. Romantic getaway. You can get there by helicopter. Opening bid is $1,000. Our last 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000. 13,000. Always the bridesmaid. We're at 13,000 up front. Last live auction lot this evening. Going once. 13,000 over there. Against you, table 3. Table 15. The bid is at table 15. At $14,000. going once, going twice, and selling to table 15, table 15 for 14,000. Goodness gracious. And now, you don't have to listen to me, but please give a super warm welcome to our next speaker, and she's gonna sing you a song. Lauren Easy, ladies and gentlemen.
I came through the kitchen, everyone. I went backstage.
Are you magic? There's the backstage.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I know everyone's enjoying their wonderful dinner, but I just wanted to thank everyone for being here tonight. Thanks, Dana. Silence, I'm kidding. Thank you everyone for being here tonight at the Dinner of Champions and for your support of an organization near and dear to my heart. A special thanks to Laura Parati and the committee for organizing such a wonderful event. I was so honored to be asked to speak and to talk about my MS journey. So I grew up on Long Island with my amazing parents who are here tonight. Give them an amazing round of applause because they're the most amazing parents someone could ask for. And my younger brother, who's not here tonight, but he's still great. So my childhood was filled with every possible activity from swimming to softball to voice and piano lessons. Singing was my greatest love and passion from a very young age. And I can clearly remember long car rides with my mom going back and forth to Queens, belting out Shania Twain songs, and knowing every single word from as young as 3 years old. I could not and still cannot get enough of Broadway musicals, and to date have seen Wicked 17 times. My passion for music brought me to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where I studied vocal performance and graduated in 2018. My time at Chapel Hill was highly memorable and so far the best years of my life, including my now lifelong status as a die-hard Tar Heel fan, and also a pure hatred of Duke. So sorry any Blue Devil fans in the audience. After graduation, I moved to NYC in pursuit of a singing career on Broadway. A short time after establishing myself in the city, while on a family vacation to my beloved Disney World, the first signs of my MS appeared. I woke up one morning in Florida with nystagmus, so out of left field we initially thought it was a virus, but soon followed other neurological symptoms, including Bell's palsy and weakness in my right arm and leg. Back in New York, my parents, who are both medical professionals, my dad is a plastic surgeon, very far from neurology, and my mom is a physician assistant. And I began with urgency the quest to find out what was happening to my body. By great fortune, I saw Dr. Mittar, who's an ENT, who has been an amazing doctor and physician my whole life, who immediately sent me for an MRI, and within a short time, my diagnosis was established. I had multiple sclerosis, the words no one would want to hear. From Dr. Mittar's great care, I am now being treated with MS by Dr. Sadiq at the International MS Management Practice. Under Sadiq's great care and utilizing medication in my treatment plan, I have been almost all symptom-free now for 5 years. I recently completed my 55th infusion and have had no new demyelinating plaques on my MRIs or any new symptoms. And Dr. Sadiq just recently told me I am a poster board patient for someone living with MS due to my response to my medication and my fortunate diagnosis early. And I am very, very grateful and thankful for any doctors who are combating this disease. After I was diagnosed with MS, I decided that I no longer want to pursue music as a career, instead dedicate my life to working in the medical field, helping patients and improving people's lives, just as my parents do and my MS doctors have done for me. MS, instead of becoming something negative in my life, gave me a new purpose. I am now a student at Touro University PA program, and am proud to report all looks good to graduate in January. I hope to be a strong provider and advocate for my patients, and I know helping others will keep me strong too. If I am conquering my MS, I can now overcome pretty much anything, even PA school. I would not be standing here today without the tireless support and unconditional love of the most incredible parents anyone could ever have. I am grateful beyond words. I have in them the perfect role models. I was also so lucky to have met an amazing man who's here tonight, who tells me all the time that I am strong, beautiful, and can conquer the world. Sadly, one of my biggest fans, my grandfather, passed away recently. After I was diagnosed due to a healthy skepticism of computers and the internet, he would physically mail a check in my honor every month to the National MS Society. Donating to the MS Society to help find a cure and help others like me has become a family passion. The Society, and specifically the New York City Long Island chapter, have become a big part of my MS journey and a major source of support and purpose in my life. 2 years ago, a friend introduced me to the committee chair for Runway for MS, a gala fashion show featuring models with MS, and offered me up as a new model. I had already participated in Climb and Walk MS and very much enjoyed the passion and enthusiasm of these great events. It was through Runway I met Laura. While researching me as a model, Laura discovered online videos of my college vocal performances and asked me to perform one day at a society event. It has all come together tonight. So not only will you learn my story, but you will make her very happy and hear me sing too. With the opportunity to both speak and sing at this incredibly important and elegant MS Society event, Laura truly has changed my life forever. This past year was my second time as a model for the Runway for MS event. The people I've met and modeled with have become close friends and MS family members. From my participation in Runway, I have never felt more beautiful in my life than my time on stage, and have never felt a stronger connection to other women and men sharing my MS journey. The National MS Society is an extraordinary resource for those with MS. The research they fund is responsible for the development of disease-modifying and life-changing drugs. The resources they provide patients is unparalleled, and the peer-to-peer fundraising events and the leadership events, Runway and now Dinner of Champions, have all made my life better and have given me the thrill and feeling of accomplishment of the Broadway career I never had, public speaking. When Laura introduced me to Sheldon Ray this winter and presented her idea of her duet performance at this dinner, Sheldon and I in unison said we wanted to sing the prayer. This special song for two young people living with MS best represents our attitude and give us inspiration to live our best lives. We dedicated our performance tonight to our fellow MSers and those unfortunately no longer here but not forgotten. There is hope, and with the work being done by the MS Society, we will cure MS. So when I was first diagnosed, I had survivor's guilt, and I continue to have it today. Why am I the lucky one? I was sad that those that came before me were not able to have the advantages that they had worked so hard to raise awareness for. But I am standing here because of all of those people. The people with MS that came before me are my heroes. They walked every day without knowing what was in store for their future. This organization will find a cure in my lifetime. And while we're waiting, let's celebrate every day. Having MS is hard and is a lifelong struggle, but why not have fun with it? Laugh with your family and friends, take some tequila shots, smile at a stranger on the street, and be a light to those around you, because a positive outlook on life is the best medicine there is. Thank you for your time, and thank you for having me here tonight. It's been an honor. And now we're going to sing, but we need our microphones. I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be la luce che tu dai.
And watch us where we go.
Nel cuore resterà.
The stars go out each night.
A ricordarci che.
Remind us where you are.
L'eterna stella sei.
Let this be your prayer.
Preghiera.
When we lose our way.
Quanta fede che
lead us to a place
other organization over the last 5 years has seen such incredible growth pegged to actual work. Because the money that you all raise here is leading to the treatments and cures. It is extraordinary. You are not doing this. This is not a vanity project for you. Actual medical breakthroughs. And it's extraordinary. And it's tied to your commitment, showing up, inviting friends, investing your money. Investing your money, and the return has been treatments and cures. Actual material differences in people's lives, loved ones' lives, mothers' lives, your own life. Like, that doesn't always happen, unfortunately, at these galas. You all have done this, because I think back to 2019. We were so excited to raise just over $400,000. That was extraordinary. And then that money led to those treatments and cures. Now, and Bridget can attest to this. Now, 6 years later, 5 years later, God, my mouth's bad. We walked into tonight having raised just over $500,000. You all did that. You all raised $500,000. And I was given a note while I was listening to that song. Dana, I was fighting back tears. The Bradleys, who could not be here tonight, and Table 6, which always brings the Table 6A game. They said, look, CK, can you do $1 million tonight? Can you raise $1 million all in? Where are we at? So, with commitments from Table 6 and from the Bradleys and a $70,000 live auction, that brings us to $770,000 raised to this point. It's extraordinary because it means something. So the question is, with no more tequila to sell at 100x markup, the economics of that, I'm an English major, I can't explain it. Nothing more to sell, but just an ask. Can we hit that $1 million mark? We're at $770,000 raised. I'm going to start at the top level, at the $25,000 level. Who can be the first to get us to $800,000 right now? $480,000. Thank you. That's $800,000 raised. $25,000. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's $825,000 raised. Is that one in the back? We're at $825,000. $351,000. Thank you. Brings us to $850,000 raised tonight. Are there two more? Are there two more at $25,000 to get us to $90,000 now? At $25,000. At $25,000. If you have any liquid left on your table, finish it now. At $25,000. Let's now take it down to the $10,000 level. If you can hold up your paddle and be recognized at the $10,000 level, $537,000, thank you. $478,000, thank you. At $10,000. $419,000, thank you, table 419. Are there two more? Are there two more at $10,000? Give you a second. On your watch. $10,000, $418,000, well done. $571,000, ladies and gentlemen, $179,000. Ladies and gentlemen, that's $910,000 raised. Is there anybody else at the $10,000 level? Let's now take it down to the $5,000 level. We are $90,000 away from raising $1 million. That's not a table. Oh, 507. Thank you. 573. Thank you. 561. Thank you. 545. Thank you. 236. Thank you. 123. Thank you. An update. That's 30,000 on top of 910,000 for 940,000. Is there one in the way back? Yes? Is that one back there? When you hold up your paddle, I've seen this, right? Is that a pledge? Security, please escort the lady out waving the paddle. $940,000 raised. Are there two more at 5,000? Are there two more 5,000 to get us to 950,000 right now? Wait, I was at 10,000? Oh, I was at 10,000. Hey, we need to get you a microphone. Well, we'll co-host this bad boy. English major. I stayed away from the math and sciences. At the $10,000 level, at the 10, we're at $940,000 raised. Right? Get him a microphone. All right, now we'll take it down to the $5,000 level. If you can hold up your paddle at 5,000, let's take this. Come on, let's go. Oh. You got it?
Okay, there we go. Too loud. Okay, so the whole dream came when I had been drinking, to be honest, of making $1 million for the MS Society. But, you know, if you think about it, this is New York City. Come on. Like, we are like in spitting distance of $1 million. $1 million, that's like life-changing money for anyone, anywhere in the world. But in this case, it will change lives in MS at an exponential rate. That's why we're doing this. We're doing this not for us, but for our friends, family, community, and it's so close, right?
So we're at 940,000 right now. I'm going to take it down to the 25. No, up. You want to go up? Throw out a number.
Thank you, David.
5,000. 945,000.
Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, do not hesitate. If you want the tax write-off, it's a 501c. You know, I'm just saying, you know, plenty of people that could use that write-off. Just saying.
Is there one more at 5,000? We're at 945,000.
Yeah.
499.
Table 6 comes through again.
$950,000 raised.
Let's get him another bottle of tequila.
There we go. So I'm now going to take it down to 2,500. Please hold up your paddle. 518, 193, 124, 431, 565, 509, 519. I need one more for the math. 111. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 commitments, 9 commitments, 232. 9 commitments of $2,500 on top of $950,000 is $972,500 raised.
So close. So close.
I need one more commitment at $2,500 to get us to $975,000.
Somebody make the math easy.
25, please.
He needs it.
182 gets us to 975.
Thank you, Dr. Kapoor. MS Doctor.
So now, yeah, turn it off. All right. Wait, what level is that at?
477, 2,500.
What's that? 20. That's 977,500. Was that one?
Another one.
559 brings us to 980. Ladies and gentlemen, 479 is going up to 20,000 for $1 million. That was amazing. You just don't know. The amount of work that went into tonight started about 12 months ago. Absolutely tireless. And here's the thing. What we just did was we met expectations. We hoped to raise $1 million. And so I am only going to have one more level, because every dollar raised from here on out is exceeding expectations, and that is what I know has been the soul of the society. There we go.
$1 million.
Paddle 478 just donated $2 million, I believe. He said it, and I have his Amex information. And so I'm going to leave you with this. If you were feeling shy, I can identify with that. I'm a very shy guy myself. On the One Cause app, you can click the donate button and give any amount, or at our last card up mission moment level, if you've given before, you can definitely give again. Table 3, incredible, rivaling table 6. This is the two of you. I mean, factorials of each other. I don't even know what that means. That is extraordinary. And so at our last level, if you'd like to hold up your paddle at the $1,000 level, I'm going to count those off now. 125, thank you. 172, 160, 569, 185, 112, 544, 172, 231, 438, 424, 187, 108, 180, 176, enchanté, 196, 246, 505, 560, 162, 181, 489, 437, 168, 168.
I don't know. They forgot Marina at 75. They didn't bring it up. I know.
That brings us to $1,022,000 raised. Every dollar counts.
Oh, that's good with the lights.
And next year we're doing $2 million. Until then, celebrate. You've earned it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much.
Are they going to play? The band is going to play?
The band is coming right now.
I think we're the number one. Thank you, everyone, for a beautiful evening. Jenly, can you confirm, are we the number one gala in the country? Congratulations, New York City Dinner of Champions. You are the number one fundraising gala at the National MS Society in the entire country. Round of applause to our honorees, to our committee, to our board members, to Lauren and Sheldon and that beautiful performance, to Tom and Nile for leading us to $1 million. The night isn't over. We have a performance from the P2P band, so please take it away.
Okay.
MS Warriors, if you're ready to have a good time, say yeah! Fortunately for you, now is the part of the evening where you stand up and shake something. Whether something is your hand, or your head, or your... It's time to shake it. Stand up. Come on. My name is Sheldon Ray. I'm a member of the world's most phantasmic band, the P.T.P. Orchestra. Y'all give it up for the P.T.P. Orchestra, y'all. Y'all give it up. It's time to groove. It's time to dance. Oh, I see you, girl. When I wake up in the morning, Lord, and the sunlight hurts my eye, something with that morning love, it weighs heavy on my music for you. Stick around. I need to see y'all moving. I need to see you groove. Yeah. Where you at? Hey, girl, close your eyes. Let the rhythm get into you. Don't try to fight it. There ain't nothing that you can do. Relax your mind. Lay back in the room with mine. You gotta feel that heat. Sing it. Say that beat of life. I wanna rock with you. Sing it out. Rock you into the. I wanna rock with you. Sing. I wanna rock the night away. Out on the floor. There ain't nobody there but us. Girl, when you dance, that's the magic that must be love. Take it slow. We got to fuck off when you feel the heat, and we can ride the boogie. Share that sweet love. I wanna rock with you, yeah. Rock you into the. I wanna rock with you, yeah. I wanna rock the night away. Oh, and where the groove is dead and gone. Oh, we let the light shine bright. We're gonna rock forever. Happens the moment when you were revealed. You were a queen and you should not have been a fantasy. Real, you give me the feeling, babe. This rhythm inside, right? You make me feel good. Feel nice, feel love, bring me paradise. So highest of the high. If you don't know, then I'll say it. Don't ever wonder. Oh, shouldn't I realize you're the highest of the high? And if you don't know, then I'll say it. Don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder. If you're having a good time so far, say yeah. Stay on the dance floor. Sheldon Ray and the VTV party has arrived. And we're here for your listening pleasure. Stick around. If you want to follow us on Instagram, type in _man of the world. I bet you wonder where I've been. Searching to find a love within. I've been waiting for you to get up all night. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. My friend wonder what is wrong with me, 'cause I'm in a daze from your love, you see. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let, and I can't let. Some people roam round the world for love. They may never find right what they dream of. What do you want to do for love? You've tried everything, but you won't give up. In my world, yeah, you make me do for love what I would not do. Although I only want the best, it's true. Give me the things I do for you. What do you want to do for love? You've tried everything, but you won't give up. And my world on you. Make me do for love what I would not, what I would not do. Hey. Baby, what you will do. Hey, we got Dave Cox on keys, y'all. There's no need to tell you. As far as I can truly recall, my love has been here for you. You ain't gotta worry at all. I've sacrificed my time. Make sure that you're satisfied, and there's no hot thing with the joy I bring. I'm gonna give you all of my love, sick loving you every day. Don't you look no more without living. Loving you every day. Hey, hey, hey. love without a limit. This is actually one of my favorite parts of the song. It just says, loving you is all I wanna do. Loving you is all I wanna do. Y'all say, love. I hear you though. But I hear you though. Yeah. Loving you is all I wanna do. Loving you is all I wanna do. Loving you is all I wanna do. Loving, break it down even further. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody looking for something. Some of them wanna use you. Some of them wanna be used by you. Some of them wanna abuse you. Some of them wanna be everybody clap your hands like this. Everybody clap your hands like this. When we fell in love, we were young and innocent then. Do you remember how it all began? How it seemed like heaven, so I did it. And do you remember back in the fall, every morning birds would call? Do you remember those special times? Just go on and on in the back of my mind. Do you remember? When we first met, girl. Do you remember when we used to talk? We'd stay on the phone from night till dawn. Do you remember how we used to say that I love you so I'll never let you go? Do you remember back in the fall, every morning birds would call? Do you remember those special times? They just go on and on and on in the back of my mind. Do you remember when we fell in love, when we first met? Do you? the sweet memories, they will always dear to me. And girl, no matter what was said, I would never forgive what we had. All the sweet memories, they were always there to me. Girl, no matter what was said, I will never forget what we had now, baby. We got Smiley on the guitar, y'all. Give it up to Smiley on the guitar. Smiley, come on, step on out, brother, step on out. This is what you call a guitar player. Ow. Don't it make you just want to shake your hair around? Y'all give it up for Smiley on the guitar. Yeah. Whoa. Are we still dancing? Are we still having a good time? Thank you, sis. Thank you for dancing tonight. Oh. Love you, man. Come on, don't let him be up here dancing by himself. Come on. Myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, love fantasy. Not a minute, hour, day, or night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, cause I'm always thinking of you. Still remember in the day when I was scared to touch you. I spent my day dreaming, planning how to say I love you. You must have known that I had feelings deep enough to swim. When you opened up your heart, you told me to come in. Oh, my love. 1,000 kisses from you is never too far. And I just don't want to stop. Oh, my love. 1 million days in your arms is never never too much, never too much, never too much. Your love is never too much. Woke up today and looked at your picture just to get me started. Called you up, but you weren't there. I was broken hearted. Hung up the phone, maybe too late. The boss is so demanding. Open up my eyes to my surprise, and you were standing. Who needs to go to work? Hustle for another dollar. I'd rather be with you, cause you make my heart scream hotter. Love is a gamble, and I'm so glad that I am winning. We come a long way. This is only the beginning. Oh, 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. And I just don't wanna stop. Oh, my love. 1,000,000 days in your arms is never too much. No, no. And I just don't. Too much, never too much, never. Y'all dancing a little fast up here. Oh, slow it down, just a little bit. Not y'all are good. Shake it to the left, shake it to the right, shake it down low, shake it on side, shake it to the left, shake it to the right, shake it down low, shake it on side. Captured effortlessly, that's the way it was. Happened so naturally, didn't I know it was love? Next thing I felt was you holding me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go, flying through the stars. Hope this night will last forever. I've been waiting for you. It's been so long. Knew just what I would do when I heard your song.